Hello everyone, how are you guys? Back again with me Abdi. In this video I will discuss a film that was released in 2010. This film is titled Piranha, which is certainly familiar to your ears and maybe you have watched it many times. Without further ado, just whip up some coffee, tighten your boyfriend's panties, and listen. The film begins by showing a grandfather who is fishing in the middle of a calm lake. At first everything looks beautiful and peaceful. Suddenly a whirlpool appeared. Grandpa's boat was also sucked into it. The whirlpool was caused by the appearance of a prehistoric fish called the piranha. And here's a 3D piranha movie. The scene then shows a tourist spot filled with women dressed as in a man's favorite movie. We will focus on a young man named Jack. Jack himself intends to pick up his sister at the tutoring place and instead meets a sexy woman named Danny. Not long after, an adult film director named Derek appeared. Danny turned out to be one of the adult film stars. Their goal to the lake is to shoot at that place. Because we are in need of a local guide who knows exotic places, Derek also asked Jack to be his guide and would be paid a hefty price. Because Jack is still not aware of what film Derek is making, he searches the internet and finds an interesting fact that the film is an adult film. But suddenly, yep. This is Jack's mother. He is a sheriff on Lake Victoria where his job is to look after safety and comfort of visitors on the lake. Meanwhile we will see a deputy named Fallon. This is the person. If you remember him, is an actor who plays a character Iceman in the Biodine Hadith movie, now retired and dedicating himself as a law enforcer. Not alone, there is also his mother Jack. Where are the two of them? Did a night patrol and found a ship with no people. When going to pick something up in the water, Jack's mother slipped until fell, and suddenly there was a figure, a corpse whose whole body torn apart. Where is the corpse? Is the corpse of the grandfather that we saw earlier. Still don't know what cause, but for the time being Deputy Palon and Jack's mother thought that the grandfather died as a result of being tortured. Stealth Ori Walungan. Short story. Tomorrow morning arrived. We see Danny dancing while recorded by Derek, and soon Jack appeared to start his work as a guide. Not even in the middle of the crowd Jack accidentally met the girl of his dreams named Kelly, so when there is a rattle appears he also invites Kelly to go with them. At another place we will see Jack's two younger brothers who quite naughty. Real Jack assigned to look after them at home on his mother's orders. But because of Jack want to be adventurous in experience the process of filming an adult video, he too asked his two brothers to stay at home. But the result is that these two sisters are even got on a boat and meant to wandering in the middle of the lake. Back to Jack, who was looking times the girl of his dreams is being seduced by Derek to participate in the filming of the film, where Jack himself was approached by Danny, who said that he would do something pretty crazy. What's that? Yep. Danny and one of his friends jump into the water, then took off all her clothes and dive without one even the strands that cover the body. They both. While Derek and the cameraman were recording, the driver called his mother, who asked about the current state of his two brothers. Jack argues that they are playing it outside and the situation is still under control with good. Even though her two sisters having bad luck, when their boat used drift into the middle of the lake for forgetting to tie it. Finally they both trapped in the middle of a small island surrounded by water, so they won't be able to leave everywhere else. Where Jack's mother is seen is with a researcher who, which water expert is he? Found a hole under the lake, which makes them curious. They then ordered his two teams to come down and check the cave. What a surprise them when they see a lot sure little eggs that they are eggs piranha. When wrong, one team member getting curious and go deeper, suddenly he was immediately eaten in crowd by a group of young piranhas who mono when lifted his body only, leaving only the bones. Coincidentally there is also a piranha fish bad luck, so Jack's mother and the researcher intend to bring the fish to be checked by a fish expert prehistoric. Arriving there, the fish expert also said that the piranha fish type this has long been extinct about 2 million years ago. Fish this type of piranha often hunts in groups and including fish, a beast that can smell the scent of blood and flesh of all living things. Who knows how can they survive until now, but for sure all lake visitors must hurry, warned, and left immediately the lake. Back to Jack CS still shooting adult filmmaking. Suddenly Jack seeing his two younger siblings ask for help. Then Jack save them both and come get on board Derek's ship. While on the way the two sisters Jack saw a school of piranhas. Those who swam past them were overtaken with the strike of the ship caused by the snagging of the ship's propeller. Elsewhere, Jack's mother was already being in a tourist location. He commemorate all or the visitors it is to get out of the water because there is an emergency situation. But they are the more fun the party and the crowd jump into the water. Without them knowing, group of piranha fish finally arrived there, where when one of the visitors gnawed from the bottom alias ass, then the visitors panicked. Result of not heed the warning of the mother Sharif aka Jack's mother, the visitors too one by one fall victim to brutality piranha fish, a lot of blood and flesh scattered due to the opinion of shreds and bites from the ferocity of the prehistoric piranha fish. The Meanwhile Jack and his friends are still trying to run the ship, where the rattle forces the ship to go at high speed until he didn't realize that in front there is a stone which is make the ship rock. As a result Derek and one of the porn stars too fell into the water, where when SI piranhas come that's where the door of repentance already closed. When the rattle is lifted, his body is only half and leaving only the bones, but the problem is Kelly still in the ship, so he must immediately go upstairs so that the piranhas don't eat skin. Beautiful. High on the other hand we will see the Sharif, who is still trying to save where as many visitors as possible. Deputy Palon, who is an ex-convict, bravely took the ship's engine, then slaughter the fish one by one piranha with engine propeller. But because there are too many, he too must die without being able to enjoy beautiful mountains. Not a long time later the mother also got a call from Jack, which he finally honest that he is not at home and now being trapped in a trawler, so the mother must hurry save their 3 children. Until there the mother saw trawler stuck between rocks, making it difficult for the ship to closer to the trawler. Even though actually he can turn around or through the side that has no stone, just because the director wanted the scene to be like that, they couldn't do anything. With a rope, the mother also climbed into the trawler to save Jack and her two sisters, where she herself will be changed ship first with Danny Dan, Jack's two brothers. While Jack will trying to save the Kelly who's still stuck in the hull of the ship. Unlucky for Danny, because while moving the ship uses a rope, it turns out to be hair, the beauty of making a disaster, where the piranha managed to grab his hair, which makes Denny have to die with head first, who are the victims. After Sang mom and her two sisters are safe, even Jack take the initiative to divert attention the piranhas by disposing of the bodies of S.I. Derek. Then Jack himself quickly get into the water to save Kelly from there. With a rope tied in Jack's body, also asked Kelly to which one to hug before leaving. He asked for a scene like in other movies, is a kiss before the rescue begins. With gas cylinders has been leaked and the dynamite that has been held by Jack and Kelly was pulled by ship, so that when the dynamite explodes, the piranhas around the ship immediately died by the effects of the explosion. Finally the piranhas died and floated in the water. But actually it's not over yet, because soon enough, the fish scientist called that these fish are young fish who are still teenagers, because the parents of the piranha fish itself have a much larger size and much more ferocious than the young fish. Suddenly. Wow. The story ends. Light story, simple plot, underwear everywhere. So that if you are looking for an entertainment, this movie is suitable to decorate your days. The message we can take from this is don't play too much in the water if you want to play at the hotel only. Thank you and see you in the next video.